What's up, graphic designers? Next week is Spirit Week, and we're going to be creating some marketing featuring all the different themes from that day. And right now, we're going to talk a little bit about Jersey Day. You're going to produce something that maybe looks a little bit like this. The first thing I want to do with you guys is think about what we can do to enhance the contrast of the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Jersey Day. I'm going to click Effects in the lower right-hand corner, and then I see that we've got a number of options. And right now, I already created one, and we've added a stroke. If I click Effects and I drag it to the garbage can, it's simply gone. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to click Effects again. We're going to do a gradient overlay, and we're going to take a little bit of inspiration from the Lakers colors, the color scheme, and I'm going to open up the purple folder, and let's give this a shot. That looks not amazing. Okay, we're going to experiment with this. This looks good. I'm going to press OK. And then what we're going to do, because there are elements of where it's a little dark on dark, we're going to click Effects one more time. We're going to click Stroke. And then what we can do is we can click on the color picker and we can make it green. We can make it white. We can also make it yellow. And I'm going to lighten up the yellow just a tad. And so I think that looks really, really fun right there. What I also know is that there's this dark line from the shadow cutting right through this text, so we can't see it. I'm gonna make sure that I'm on the Monday 1027 layer. We're gonna click Effects, and in this time, let's select Outer Glow and see what happens. Oh, that looks cool. That looks fun. I'm gonna maybe once again change the color of the background from white to this yellow. Maybe we're gonna lighten it up just a tad, and maybe we'll drop the spread and the size so it looks a little, maybe it looks a little something like that. That looks fun. That looks great. And I'm going to press OK and then Command 0. And so this is one fun option. You might also be thinking, well, Droz, how are we going to get the jersey itself to sort of like hug realistically onto the body of the individual? That's a great question. I'm going to talk about that right now. So maybe we're going to hop in Google Chrome and we're going to find an image that looks a little something like this. I'm going to press V and then, V5, but we're going to want to make sure that we're on the right layer because I dropped the opacity down to 50%, but I did that on the text. We don't want to do that on the text. We want to do this on this Lakers jersey. So I'm going to press V5 for 50%. That looks cool. And then I'm going to use the polygon lasso, and I'm going to just make a quick selection, and I'm going to press delete, and then I'll do another selection, and then I'm going to press delete. Okay, that looks great. Now, what we can do is I'm going to press V and then 8 for 80% opacity. And I'm going to boost it to 100 in a second. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to press Command T. And ladies and gentlemen, this is new. Next to where it says bicubic, we've got this little icon right there where we can warp. We can switch to warp mode. And so when I click, I'll notice this grid pops up. And we can then manipulate this image so it looks a little bit more realistic. And you know, it's not going to be amazing. And so this image, it's going to definitely look a little campy. It's not that serious. This is just to sort of communicate the big ideas of what each theme is. So we're going to have something that maybe looks a little bit like this. I'm going to press check to confirm, V0, and that looks not bad. What I also know is that we're going to add a jersey to Jaylani, and I'm going to grab this template right now. And check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I was looking for a stadium. I googled stadium crowd. I think I searched for view from the field itself of the stadium, and I couldn't find anything that I really enjoyed. And so I went to ChatGPT and I typed in the prompt to create a photo of the view of the stadium on the field of an NFL stadium with a crowd in the background. And this is more or less what I'm looking for. We're not going to create AI slop in this class, but we can use ChatGPT in life if it works for the context of whatever we're doing. So I'm going to press Command-Shift-4. I'm going to create a screenshot. This looks great. I'm going to return to Photoshop. I'm going to click Command-V. And I'm going to drag it beneath the text. And this looks awesome. What I also know is we're gonna grab Jaylani. We're going to use the Object Selection tool. Amazing. We're going to click. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that it has a nice selection. I think that it is. We're going to press Command-C, Command-V, Command-T. We're going to shrink it down just a tad. Okay. So maybe like this. Or she's thrown up a Hail Mary. I love it. Let's find another jersey. So here we've got LeBron jerseys. LeBron actually is a big football fan. Here, okay, let's grab this one. We're going to right click. We're going to copy image. We're going to then return to Photoshop, Command-V. Yikes. And you know what we're going to do? File new, enter, Command V, and we're going to do object selection. We're going to press Command C, Command V, Command T, and we're going to drop down the size to like, let's try, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it significantly smaller in a second. But here's what I know. Before I do anything else, we need to cut holes right here in the arm and behind the neck. And so let's do that right now. I'm going to use the actually regular lasso tool. You might want to use the magnetic lasso so you get a better selection. We're going to make a selection and press delete to clear that up. And then I'm going to use the, you know what, we will use the magnetic lasso. Let's see how quickly we can do this. All right, so I'm just dragging along the edge. Oh yeah, this makes sense. We got the selection, Command D, deselect, Command T. We're going to shrink this down just a tad. And, you know, we'll shrink it down just a tad even more. Maybe right there. Okay, so now we're going to press V7 for 70%. And check this out. We're going to, Command T, we're going to rotate it just a tad. And now, once more, we're going to press Command T. We're going to switch to warp mode, right? It's at the very top. And now I know that it's going to look a little something like this. Oh, this looks good. I'm not mad about this. And I'm going to press Command plus to zoom in. This looks cool. All right. And all right, this is amazing. I'm going to press check to confirm V0. And what I also know is that it doesn't look super realistic because her arm is behind the jersey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press V7. We're going to use the polygonal lasso. I'm going to switch to the Jelani layer. We're going to grab her sleeve. All right, and now we're going to switch back to the Lakers jersey. I'm going to press delete. Okay, that looks far more realistic. V0. Okay, and so here's what I know. We know that clearly the jersey was photoshopped on. However, it looks realistic enough that it communicates what the point is to Labby's. I'm going to click Effects. We're going to click Inner Glow. And we're going to have maybe something. Let's boost that. We could, if we boosted the opacity all the way, we're going to have something that looks a little bit like this. This looks great. We're looking for, oh, that's kind of cool. You're going to experiment. We need a lot of contrast. I can't wait to see what you guys produce. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Good luck.